welcome to Ask Me About K-Pop, the essential guide for recent converts and seasoned fans alike. My name is Shannon.
And I'm Angelica.
And welcome to the show. Today we are going to be doing a follow-up to our summer episode about SMTOWN winter albums.
Yes.
For the sake of this season. But before we get started, I have to address
a major news
item because I think that people are expecting it. When last week's episode came out, I woke up to so many notifications on my phone and I was like, these can't be about the Kara episode.
Oh no.
I don't think the episode caused this much of a stink that I would have been tagged so many things, but I'm like shaking. I'm so upset. Okay. Hyuna and Dawn have broken up. Hyuna posted on Instagram on Wednesday morning. I still haven't even read her full post. I just saw the hey, I just saw y'all. And I was like, what? Okay. I've just been in the fucking depths of my parasocial demons for an entire week of oh man, I don't know. Why can't I talk?
It's I don't know. It's an emotional topic.
It's an emotional topic. Yeah, I obviously we'll never know what happened. It's not that this is not Korean gossip news kind of. We won't ever get the full story. And I've obviously thought about every possible potential thing and then been like, what is your problem? Why do you care so much? And just, I don't know. I've really been in the depths. But I guess, fuck. I swear I had things to say, and now I feel like I can't say anything.
Oh, I mean, you've done so many episodes, bonus, to sort of track the public eye that's been on their relationship this whole time. And do you want to do a separate episode just to be okay, they're broken up, that is what it is, and now that I've processed it, I have this to say? Or is it just one of those things where you're like, it happened?
No, it happened, and I guess I'm still processing, and I don't really know what to think other than I hope that they're both okay. Mm-hmm. And that I hope that they will be okay, because no matter what happened, whether it ended contentiously or in a this is just not right, happy way, either way, they spent almost 7 years together, and that's such a long time. And ever since going public with the relationship, then the relationship sort of became their career, and they did everything together, which at first was so
fun and novel.
Fun, and it felt like a fuck you to everyone. Every time they did a magazine spread, to just be you can't stop us. But maybe that was a problem. Maybe making the relationship your job is not the way to do it.
Yeah, I don't know. It seems to have ended amicably in the sense that I saw something about how, I don't know if it was that his account got hacked or somebody made
someone made a
account.
fake screenshot,
spreading rumors, and then Dawn posted about how no matter whether or not we're together, Hyuna will always be the coolest person that I know, and someone that I love and respect, and I will press charges against. I will be taking legal action against your ass.
Yeah.
Don't talk about Hyuna.
So that got
at
me.
least they are clearly still on somewhat of good terms.
Yeah.
In that sense.
I got weirdly extra sad about the dogs.
I was thinking about the dogs too.
The dogs don't understand. Sokum won't know why his dad isn't around anymore. And the dogs.
Yeah. And it's always hard when there are children involved.
Yes, that's the thing. I'm sad for the kids. But all things said, I feel similarly to the way that you like keep treasuring a group after they've disbanded. Like I just still feel like grateful for everything that they gave us. And like, I have so much shit in my house. Like most of my enamel pin collection is like Hyudawn themed. I have magazines that they appeared in. Like
I got you a puzzle made of them.
Yes, I have puzzles. I have a keychain on my purse that like is pictures of them. And like, it doesn't make me too sad to like, I still feel like, oh, like
warm looking at
and
it.
be like, this was good. It was good times. And like, I will be grateful to him like forever because he took really good care of her. Like at the very least, like he took such good care of her. And he was always there, like right behind her. And like when she fainted at shit, he would carry her out. And like, I'm just really grateful to him for taking such good care of her. And I'm sad that it ended this way. And I think on some crazy Delulu plane, I'm like, maybe they'll find their way back to each other someday. I don't know.
Well, I mean, you never know what could happen in the future.
I know.
My sister never stopped holding a candle for J-Lo and Ben Affleck. And, look at them now.
That's true.
I woke up to a barrage of texts when that went public. So you never know. You never know.
But thanks to everybody who
checked
out on me. Thank you for thinking of me in this moment. But yeah, just wow. They at the very least they did a lot for K-pop. Mm-hmm. They did a lot.
They made history.
They made history, and we are all about history on this show.
And we will always have Triple H. We will always have Ping Pong.
We'll always have all of it.
Always have Hyudawn.
And so I don't feel like foolish for, getting on board or whatever. But anyway, since this podcast was kind of right there in the breaking news of it all.
We took the time to document their rise.
So we
had to address
the fall and the end. And yeah, I don't know. I guess I'm just it's the not knowing what will happen in the future part that is like stressing me, I guess, is like, well, what now?
Sure.
What now?
What now?
Because I totally thought after that Return to Superman episode, like I was like, oh shit, they're going to try to have a baby before he has to go to the military so that like they don't have to do that whole thing. But yeah, I guess not. Life. Breakups. It's crazy.
You never know what life is going to throw at you.
You never know.
Hard to make plans.
Anyway, just wanted to address that. Thank you for giving me space to have my complicated feelings, and we'll all work through this together. And again, I hope that they both are happy and healthy and adjust and figure out the adjusting, because it's a lot of time. It's a lot of time to spend with someone, and they were always together. So I know that will be a change.
I mean, they were engaged, so it's not just like they were, dating. So
yeah.
It's a major change.
Yeah. So anyway, okay. I've gotten that off of my chest. I hadn't spoken of it out loud for a whole week.
I know. I didn't even ask you about it.
And I thank you for not asking.
Too much. I was like, I know that she's not doing well about it, so I'm just going to wait for her to bring it up because I know she knows.
But I'm okay. I'll be okay. Well, I'll be okay. So now let's talk about SMTOWN winter albums.
All right.
What we're here to talk about today.
That's what this episode's really about.
So SMTOWN winter albums, they actually started, I think we said this in the summer episode, but the winter album came first, like starting this tradition, more or less. It's not an every year thing. It seems kind of random.
Yeah.
Whether or not they do one.
Like whenever they have time or if they remember. I don't know. We don't know what the rationale is behind it, but sometimes it happens.
And I thought that there would be more, like way more winter albums than summer albums. Because I feel like when I looked at the list, it seemed like there were more, but I think they're kind of even.
Yeah, they're kind of even. And I also think I assumed there were more because I assumed they were more consistent because SM always does the like seasons greetings. And I know that like EXO always puts out winter albums. And I guess I just assumed that it was like a company wide thing, but it's not as regular as I thought it would be.
Yeah, that's true. And I think like thematically, for the most part, until like the most recent one, I would say the winter albums are very, very Christmas focused.
Absolutely.
Where it was like the summer ones were trying to capture some kind of like vague summer vibe that meant that all the music sort of sounded like cruise ship songs or like this sort of cheesy version of summer. And this is like a more straightforward Christmas.
Yeah. But also the summer albums, and correct me if I'm wrong because you listened to more of them than I did, but the summer albums, I remember like the title track was very summery, but then the rest, all the B-sides on it would just be like a regular
Other
TVXQ
songs.
song or whatever. And in the winter albums, it seemed like the B-sides, even though they would be the same as far as like songs from each, and it's just like a new BoA song or like a new Super Junior song, but it seemed like a lot of them, with the exception of the one of the more recent albums, were like those B-sides were also Christmas themed.
Yes.
Yeah, which didn't seem so like the whole album would be for Christmas as opposed to just the title.
Yeah. And just for context sake, like I'm sure we've mentioned this on the show before, but like in South Korea, Christmas is more of a romantic holiday than it is a family holiday.
Right.
Like you're supposed to have a date on Christmas to like go walk in the snow and look at lights or whatever,
Sure.
which is different. So a lot of these songs are like, if they're not just covering like a standard Christmas song, they're like romantic Christmas songs or sad breakup, I don't have anyone to be with on Christmas kind of songs, which is interesting. So I really enjoyed listening to all of these that I did, and I'm excited to talk about them. So we'll just go through all of these in chronological order.
As we do.
So the very first SMTOWN album came out on December 1st, 1999, and the title of the album is Christmas in SMTOWN.
Not smtown.com.
Not yet, not yet. Just regular physical SMTOWN. And this album sold 300,000 copies and it went to number 2 on the Korean album chart, the Recording Industry of Korea chart. That was the chart pre-Gaon days. And the album cover of this one, it says like SMTOWN in like a red and green candy stripe, like it looks like a candy cane. And there's like a pile of snow on all of the letters. And then all of the groups' names are listed in all caps Comic Sans in the corner. It's so 1999. It's very, very funny to me. But the main group single for this album is called Jingle Bell. So the people featured in this group single are HOT, SES, Shinhwa, Fly to the Sky, and Yoo Young-jin. And in the summer episode, I had a huge brain fart in the moment, and I just said that Yoo Young-jin was some guy. Wrong.
Yeah.
He's like one of the main composers at SM. Like him and Kenzie are probably like tied, maybe him more, for like most SM songs.
And we've
ever.
talked about him before. I mean, not only was he credited for writing most of those, I think, summer songs, but also I think we talked about him even in the Kenzie dive because they wrote a lot of songs together. So he's like one of the main composers for SM.
The music video for this one has all of these SM Towners decorating a Christmas tree at like a ski lodge in comfy sweaters. And there's like some very ring light close-ups of everybody. And then they're like dancing and joking around out in the snow, or there's footage of them like snowboarding. Very winter ski lodge vibes. It's like a real... I thought it was interesting how this is like a 1-to-1 of like the early summer videos of like everyone at a vacation place doing
like we went on a winter
things.
vacation.
Yeah.
Totally.
So this song, it's credited as written by Kangta. I would say just arranged by Kangta because it's Jingle Bells translated into Korean with some rapping around it.
Yeah. And I thought it was really funny because Yoo Young-jin is actually in this music video, and I don't think he was in any of the summer ones, even though he had some songs on the albums. Like, he wasn't featured in the music video, and he like wrote himself a part like for the end of this. It's so funny, and it just really made me laugh. But I remembered for the summer albums that I looked at if there were any English lines, because SM is infamous for their Sminglish. And I also looked at the YouTube comments, which is something I didn't do for this one just because I forgot that I had done it. So whatever. But there is one English line at the beginning of this. Tony says it from HOT, and he says, "Ho, ho, ho, last Christmas before millennium, SM crew get together, TT 54, yeah.
I loved the last Christmas before the millennium line. Like, that's great. So this album was 11 tracks, including this Jingle Bell single. It has a lot of great stuff on it, but a few I wanted to call out. There's an HOT song called Wedding Christmas on this album that samples Here Comes the Bride.
Cool. Okay.
And I believe it is about like an ex is getting married to someone else on Christmas. No.
I do love a melancholy Christmas song, though. Like, Last Christmas is one of my favorites.
Sure. Yeah.
So that's fun.
And also there is a Yoo Young-jin version of First Noel on this album. And it is like the sexiest version of a baby Jesus song I've ever heard. And he's like going off and he's like, Israel, like singing like.
Well, Yoo Young-jin fancies himself quite the crooner.
Yes.
So it does not surprise me that he decided to put the R&B spin on this sexy Jesus song.
It's really funny. Actually, First Noel is on these albums 5 times.
Same version.
Not the same version. Different people. Different arrangements, but like
always that song.
It shows up so many times.
Must be Yoo Young-jin's favorite.
And then another one that I just called out because it made me laugh. Towards the end of the album, there's a song by Shinhwa called Merry Christmas. And at the beginning of the song, there is this sound effect that just like brought me back. Back in the day, if you had a cell phone and it was near a speaker, right before your phone started ringing, the speaker would go, it would like make this clicky crazy noise and you knew your phone was about to ring. And this song has that sound in it at the beginning, and I was like, whoa,
that's so strange.
Flashbacks.
What a weird choice for a soundbite.
But I'll talk about it more at the end, but I loved this album. I thought it was a great time. It's very, very, very 1999, and I think that's what makes it so special. All right. Next up in 2000, they continued the tradition, and on December 8th, they released Winter Vacation in SMTOWN.com.
All right.
We're online.
We moved from
New millennium. This album, as far as I could tell, I checked to the whole RAAK chart for this month and the month after, and it never broke into the top 50, so I have no idea how much it sold. But this one has like a very minimalist white cover with like a very small square picture of like some ornaments in the middle. And it just says like SMTOWN on it. And the main group single for this one, its translated title is Waiting for White Christmas. So this music video and song features HOT, SES, Shinhwa, Fly to the Sky, and now Boa is here, and Yoo Young-jin as well. And the music video starts with like a CGI magic sparkles like flying into a snowy forest and like pew. And then it cuts into exactly the same vibes as the last music video: ski lodge, snowboarding, decorating a tree, fucking around in the snow.
Yeah.
Same vibes. Yeah, and everyone's wearing like ski coats and goggles and like they're ready to go skiing. And this song, interestingly enough, the writers are credited as Lou Porter and Mitchell Table Porter, who wrote movie soundtracks in the 1940s. I couldn't figure out what the exact song that they based this on to credit them as the writers. If anybody recognizes it.
So I didn't find a sound alike to this, but I did some looking into Lou Porter, and he has a song called I Only Want for Christmas, or like the only thing I want for Christmas. And I found a few different artists that I'd never heard of from like the 40s and the 50s who had different versions of that song, The Only Thing I Want for Christmas. But I didn't think it sounded anything like this one. So
yeah.
I don't really know.
I couldn't figure it out. But the Korean lyrics were written by Kang Won-sok. And yeah, this song is very shrill and shouty. Like they are shouting the chorus in a strained way that is wild.
Yoo Young-jin gives himself like another crazy ad-lib run in the middle. But this time it's so shouty. It was crazy. Like I had this music video on and I was like drinking my coffee, like eating my breakfast. And then that happened. And I was like, what the fuck is going on? Like absolutely not. Who allowed this? This sounds terrible and painful. It was not good.
Yeah, this one is definitely weird.
It has very little English in it throughout. There's really just one line that says, check it out, Christmas Day. And I'm out to go before I go. Want to let you know that.
Very good. Very good. This album had 14 tracks, like a lot of standard Christmas stuff. We have like Let It Snow by SES and a Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer by Shinhwa and stuff like that. But a few I wanted to call out. There's a Shinhwa song on this album called Prayer, and they did like make a music video for this, but the only one I could find on YouTube was unwatchable quality. Like it was so bad and it skipped and it was awful, but I found a stage that I put in the playlist. There's a Boa song on this album called Merry Christmas, but Mary is spelled Marry on everything. Like on the album, like it's just spelled wrong.
SM, you have so much money.
Spell check.
That's unacceptable. Like inexcusable.
I agree.
Unbelievable.
And also a fun thing that more recent stans might think is interesting is there is a song on this album by Yoo Young-jin entitled Forever. And aespa just re-released Forever this year on their aespa album.
Interesting. Yoo Young-jin.
Yeah.
Still has a big old hand.
Passing his stuff off. But yeah, the aespa version is like, I feel like because it has been like 20 years.
Sure.
Like he kind of really reworked it. Yeah. But the chorus is like exactly the same. And I was like, wait, I know this song. And I had to look it up. So fun fact.
Fun.
aespa Forever is actually a cover. All right. Then 2001 on December 4th, we release Winter Vacation in SMTOWN.com :Angel Eyes. This one also didn't chart in the top 50, so I have no idea how many it sold. And the cover has like a disjointed cut out little Christmas tree and like gray snowflakes all over the cover. And the main group single is called Angel Eye. So this music video has Kangta, Moon Hee-jun, Shinhwa, SES, Fly to the Sky, Boa, Donna, Milk, and Yoo Young-jin in it. And this music video was remastered last year, but whatever like filter they had on the original video, I feel like remastered strangely. And so there's just kind of an odd smoothing over this whole like all of the close-ups, like they all kind of look like cartoons, like
a little bit featureless.
Yes, yeah. Because whatever they were working for to remaster, it's kind of odd. But anyway, This music video has like a wild plot. So, and I don't know who any of these guys are. Like, I don't recognize the difference between a chinois or a black beat. Like, I don't know what they look like.
Yeah, me too.
So
I
I'm
always have the same
assuming
problem.
that these are chinois boys because I know what Fly to the Sky looks like. But anyway, one boy, his parents leave on vacation, so he throws a Christmas party. But at the same time, there are two escaped convicts in the woods behind the house. So he throws this like costume Christmas party. Everyone comes in costumes. So then when the convicts show up in their convict outfits, they're
Which
like,
happen to be red and white stripes.
come on into the party. And then when they do their present exchange, they realize that the guys are convicts because the wrapping paper is like their wanted poster. But Santa Moon-hee-jun gives them a present anyway.
Oh, because it's Christmas.
And they dance around. This song was written by Yoo Young-jin, and it starts with like a whole stanza of Jingle Bell Rock, like plain old Jingle Bell Rock. And then it goes into this club beat track song, and everyone is like really trying to bring the vocals and like do fancy runs and stuff. And I think the chorus to this one is like very addicting in some
I
kind of
totally
way.
agree. It's like, it's such a fun Christmas dance song, which is not something that I know a lot of.
Yeah.
So it was great. I liked it. Aside from the whole Jingle Bell Rock verse that they use like once or twice in the song, the only lines of English are in the chorus where they say dance boy and dance girl, and like it's great.
It is great. This was a big album. It has 16 tracks on it, and a few that I wanted to call out. Again, we have a First Noel, but this time by SES. And just a note, because I think this happened in the summer one as well. Oh Holy Night by Fly to the Sky is mislabeled on Spotify, and they have the artist credited as capital letters FANY, which is like Tiffany's like nickname.
Weird.
But if you click on that, it brings up no albums, it brings nothing else up. So like I don't know how that got so weirdly mislabeled, but it is a Fly to the Sky song.
Strange.
There's an SES song called Love Christmas, which is like an interpolation of Deck the Halls.
What
with
does the word
new lyrics.
interpolation
That's where you use the difference between a sample and an interpolation. A sample would be if you like literally used the other track and like played it, but an interpolation is if you just do the same melody as another song.
Okay.
So it
I
like
think I've asked you that before.
sounds like Deck the Hall. It has the melody of Deck the Halls, but
it's
got
not a direct
totally
sample.
different. Yeah,
Gotcha.
yeah. And there's also a very funny Moon-hee-jun song on this album called Snow that is a screamo hard rock version of Joy to the World.
Oh my God. You put a video of this in the playlist, right? When
Yes.
this came on and he like comes out and then he like suddenly just starts screaming into the microphone. I was like, this fucking guy and the music he makes, I don't understand. He is an enigma.
For
of
sure,
SM.
for sure.
And he
for
never
sure.
ceases to baffle me.
I totally
That
agree.
Moon-hee-jun.
All right, moving on to 2002. We talked about this a few episodes ago in our 2002 deep dive, but on December 1st, they released 2002 Winter Vacation in SMTOWN.com. And this one sold 69,000 copies and was number 8 on the album chart. The album cover is a group photo of everybody in all black outfits, but like nobody is smiling. Shu is holding a cake in the middle of everybody, and there's like a snowflake border on the album cover. And the main group single is called My Angel, My Light. This one has Kangta, Moon-hee-jun, Shinhwa, Shu, Fly to the Sky, Boa, Blackbeat, Isaac and Jiyeon, Chu Gayol, Bada, Yoo Young-jin, and Song Gwang-shik. And the music video, as described in the previous episode, they are wearing like fall colored sweaters in front of a concession stand. And then there's a bunch of little vignettes of Christmassy things. There's Nutcracker guys. There's a little match girl thing. Kangta is doing like a gift of the Magi with someone. And everybody looks really dead in the eyes in the group shots in a like really crazy way. This song was written by Swedish songwriter Anders Rethov, and it is just a sweet, cheesy little ballad over a very busy club beat. And the thing that bothers me the most about this song is all of the male vocals are whispered in this really unnerving way. Like the boys are like, ah, na, 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 na. Like, I don't know. It's very strange. And it's always weirded me out.
Fair enough. There's only a little bit of English in this at the beginning. They say, here we are, one more time for the SMTOWN. Check this out. Gonna move your body. Shake that body to the beat. Everyone, get on your feet. Come on.
There you go. But this album also had a second SMTOWN song that you may recognize if you are an SM stan and have watched SMTOWN concerts before. This is the first appearance of what became like a standard SMTOWN song, and it is called Dear My Family. So this one has all the same people as the last one, and the music video is like black and white photos of everybody like fading in and out with like slow-mo black and white footage from concerts and fan events and like whatever. It's just a nice little montage of everybody. This song was written by Yoo Young-jin, Yoo Han-jin, and Yoo Jang-young. And I couldn't find any proof of this, but I wondered if those are possibly Yoo Young-jin's like brothers.
I know,
and it's a Dear My Family because he wrote this song with his family.
Possibly. I know Yoo Han-jin is Yoo Young-jin's brother.
Okay.
And because he's credited, they have written a few songs together for SM. This is the first time I'd ever seen Yoo Jang-young, but I feel like it's not out of the realm of possibility that this is a third Yoo brother.
Yeah. And yeah, this is just a beautiful, super slow ballad that is perfect for crying at the end of a concert.
Yeah.
It's just like got that whole vibe about it.
Yeah. And there's no English in it. It's fully in Korean.
This was a huge album. It was 2 discs. So there are 20 tracks on it. So much stuff on here. A few to call out. There were a couple of songs that were credited as SMTOWN because they have mixes of people. So Snow on My Mind has Boa, Milk, and Isaac and Jiyeon, like just a girl song. There's a Silver Bells version with Kangta, Shin Hae-sang, and Isaac and Jiyeon. Snow Baby has Fly to the Sky with Dongwon and Junjin from Shinhwa. And I Miss You is Shu with Eric and Andy from Shinhwa. And that is another First Noel, but with totally different lyrics.
Oh, it's same melody, but a different, weird.
And it's
Very
called I
weird.
Miss You. So I think it's like it's sad and it's not about baby Jesus at all.
Interesting. But Yoo Young-jin can't let go of that melody.
No, he can't. Oh, and I also just wanted to point out, because I think this is the first album that has a song from Song Kwang-sik on it, and the next couple will. And all of his songs are instrumental, like just like nice little piano arrangements, and they have no vocals on them. So
nice.
just to point that out. All right, moving on. 2003, on December 9th, we release 2003 Winter Vacation in smtown.com. Not creative about the titles, which is fine. This one sold 35,000 copies and was number 10 on the album chart. And the album cover has just like 9 random people, like from assorted groups.
Whoever was free that day.
Yeah, sitting on a red leather couch, and everyone looks so serious, but Boa is like in the middle of a laugh. So she like kind of stands out in the picture. And there's a red ribbon like running through the picture with the title on it, wrapped up like a present. And the main group single of this one's English name is Snowflake. This song has Kangta, Moonhee Jun, Shu, Boa, Donna, Fly to the Sky, Blackbeat, Just Jiyeon, and Yu Youngjin as well. And the music video is like a box music video in like a white kind of Christmassy looking room. And all of the boys are like fighting over trying to impress the girls whom they greatly outnumber. There are so many more boys than there are girls in this. And everyone is wearing so many scarves and like very warm looking sweaters. Like they all look very cozy. This song was written by Kenzie. And it's like mid-tempo and a little ballady with like slight R&B influences and like the beat and the melody, but it has very nice harmonies in the chorus, which is very Kenzie. And I think it's just like the perfect amount of cheesy.
Yeah. And there's no English in this song. It's fully in Korean.
This one had 11 tracks on it. I didn't make any notes about any specific songs, but like some standard Christmas covers like Silent Night by Fly to the Sky, and Kangta did the Christmas song, and Moonhee Jun did Winter Wonderland, and like we're still really Christmasing up these albums. All right, so then we move all the way to 2006. We didn't do one of these for 3 years, but on December 12th, 2006, they release '06 Winter SMTOWN.
No longer .com.
No .coms anymore. This one also sold 35,000 copies. Like for a couple in a row, they sold like 35,000 copies. Like that's how many people will buy SMTOWN albums, which I thought was funny.
SMTOWN is buying them themselves.
Yeah, maybe. But it did go to number 1 on the chart for December of 2006. And the album cover of this one really sticks out from all the others because it is like a hot pink photo collage with pictures of all of the idols and also like marker scribbling Christmas greetings. Like it's very, very busy of a cover compared to the others, which were more minimalist. And the group single for this one is called Snow Dream. So this one has Kangta, Boa, Blackbeat, now TVXQ, Trax, The Grace, and Super Junior, plus some other tracks from Jang Riin, Chu Gayo, Song Kwang-sik, and Hyunjin.
And the music video starts out with like a big bow title card, like the whole screen is wrapped up like a present, and then it just has all the SM idols on different sound stages and like a little box music video, and they have hanging ornaments and snowflakes and like ladders to stand on and big presents, and they just kind of like ham it up for the camera and like have fun with their coworkers and, you know, without fear of repercussions for snuggling their co-ed coworkers.
Yes.
This song was produced by Lee Soo-man and written by Yoon Hyo-sang, Svein Finade, Hwang Sung-jae, and Kenzie. It has like a synth beat with the chimes, jingle bells, and twinkles for all of the Christmas vibes, and then a very silly record scratchy rap break in the middle of it.
Need it.
But it's very like pop cheesy fun with little like shananas in the background.
Shananas.
I like the shananas as well. And there's not that much English in this. They do say "I'll be there, snow dream in the sky" in the chorus. And then the very opening of the song says, "It is bright snow falling that I'll be taking it, just more than reflection on of disaster. However, we are the master of what we sing. We are the SMTOWN."
That is so nonsensical that I feel like, oh, they're gone already. I was going to blame Shinhwa for it, but they're not
They're
here.
not even here. They're not even here to blame Shinhwa. It just more than reflection on of disaster. However, we are the master. Like, wow. What a line.
This one had 13 tracks, and Super Junior's song TikTok, they did like perform on music shows. I didn't find a music video, but they like did that one. There's a Super Junior Cry song on there that they've also done at concerts and stuff. But yeah, 13 joyous Christmas tracks.
Yeah, and still sticking with the Christmas vibes. Kangta does White Christmas, and there's, it's a themed album.
Moving on to 2007, on December 7th, they released '07 Winter SMTOWN. This one also sold 35,000 copies, but only went to number 4. And the album cover for this one is also very minimalist. It's like plain white with a little white or a little blue reindeer silhouette, and there's a pink heart on the deer, and then the pink title text is like very small. So again, we're back to, after the busy last year, we're back to the super minimalist,
but keeping pink
because SMP.
Sure.
Like I think they might have
SM is
established that as the company color by now.
Gotcha.
So the main group single of this one is called Only Love. This one has Boa, TVXQ, Super Junior, The Grace, Kangta, Girls' Generation, which is a big deal because in the summer episode, we realized that Girls' Generation does not appear on any summer albums in any capacity.
Yeah.
And it's probably because of how much trouble they got into with Super Junior and TVXQ for existing near them, that they probably were like, well, we can't put these girls in any of these group videos because people will freak out.
If they're wearing bathing suits.
And we'll black ocean them. And so they couldn't be part of it. But they're part of this one. And there's also some tracks from Chugayo, Zhang Li Yin, and Song Kwang Shik as well.
Yeah, and the music video for this one has like a lot of black and white footage of hands at the beginning. Like they're dirty, they're working. Like one of them has like an IV in them and it's all like black and white. And then we cut to beautiful SM idols in color in like a fancy recording studio just singing and in like random combinations of members. And then we cut that with these like normal people stories of like a kid in a hospital with his mom and like an old person who gets like surprised by their little grandkid and like some guy working at a railroad who like some other guy in a suit comes and surprises him and the railway worker is like so excited and gives him a really big hug. And like, I don't know, there's a lot of really sweepy camera work in like every single shot. This song was produced by Lee Soo-man, Kenzie, and Yoo Young-jin, and it was written by Im So-na, Shan Ho-sin, I don't know how to say that name, Song Kwang-shik, Kenzie Eun-hyuk from Super Junior, and Yoo Young-jin. And it's just this like beautiful grand piano ballad with a lot of harmonies. There's not that much English in it, but the opening line says this song is dedicated to our neighbors. And then at a certain point in one of the verses, they say, so I pray every single moment and please hold your hand and everyone will be happy, in the like big breakdown.
This was a 12-track album, and just a few to call out. The Grace, there's a We Wish You a Merry Christmas and Feliz Navidad, and it's fully a cappella, so the Grace like showing off their Graceness. And then the Girls' Generation song, Love Melody, they performed it at something. I found a video of it and put it at the playlist, but they like at least performed it live once in like little Santa dresses.
Yeah,
for the
just
theme.
Standing around and singing, no choreo.
Also, TVXQ has a song on this album called Travelogue, and it is not Christmassy at all. And they like promoted it on music shows like 3 months later. So like that felt like the first time. Because I remember in the summer albums, like Shinhwa always had like a real single on every summer album. And I feel like this was the first instance of like
a non-Christmas related track.
TVXQ song.
Because all the other songs on here are like Winter Wonderland, Have Yourself a Little Merry Little Christmas, Oh Holy Night. Like everything else is still Christmas themed except for this one TVXQ song. Yeah. So don't know what that's about.
Then we don't do another one for a couple of years, and it's 2011 now. On December 13th, they released SMTOWN Winter, The Warmest Gift. This sold 45,000 copies and was number 1 on the Gaon Weekly chart the week it came out. And the album cover is all gold, fancy script, like SMTOWN Winter, and it's kind of frosty looking. It's a little classier. There was no main SMTOWN group single on this album, but they did make a group music video for the Super Junior song, Santa, You Are the One. Soon you'll be on your way. Spread each other everywhere. There's no This one has Super Junior with Henry and Zumi, TVXQ, Boa, Shiny, Girls' Generation, Kangta, Trax, Jangrian, FX, The Grace with Donna and Sunday, and Jaemin. Yeah.
And the music video starts with like a bunch of behind the scenes footage of some Christmas photo shoot with all of the SM artists. And then it's cut with Super Junior singing in the recording studio and like staring right at the camera, whatever. And the whole music video has one of those like cheesy frosted frames around it and the like enormous gold SMTOWN winter logo in the corner. It's very big and like ornate. And the song itself was written and produced by someone named Ove Andre Brenna, and it is fully in English. It's just a love letter to Santa, like, soon you'll be on your way, spreading joy everywhere. There's no one like you, Santa, you are the one. And it's just
love
this,
you,
like,
Santa.
Yeah, we love you, Santa. Can't wait for you to stop by. And it is just a jaunty as fuck, like, pop song with heavy bells and chimes for the Christmas of it all. But, like, the whole time I was listening to this, I just couldn't stop picturing it in, like, a montage of a shopping or makeover or decorating in, like, a Hallmark Christmas movie. It is just that kind of song.
Absolutely.
Like, that's what it is.
This one had 11 tracks, and a bunch of them were in English.
Yes,
like
there were a few.
This is a pretty heavy English album. There's a Girls' Generation song called Diamond that they did on a couple of music shows that's fully in English.
Yeah, and that one has like full choreo to it too, but I thought that the verses seemed really weirdly slow and serious for how like, because it's supposed to be like it's like a You Make Me Feel Like a Diamond, like lovely Christmas song, but it seemed weirdly morose. Like I couldn't put my finger on why. But my favorite of them all is 1, 2, 3 by FX. This song is so cute. It like
so
made
cute.
me emotional. The stage that you put in the playlist with all of them in their like beautiful, cute little red outfits, and like they all sing so pretty. And like Crystal and Sully hold hands at the end, and all of their hair looks so lovely. And like, oh, it's so cute. I loved it. It's
so
also
cute.
fully in English.
I agree. So cute.
We did not escape the First Noel though.
Nope.
There is a version of that by Jangrian on this album.
Yep, told you. Doesn't ever stop. So the next thing that we have on the list is not a full winter album, but I felt like it should be talked about anyway. The next couple of them are winter singles that are SMTOWN. They're not like they're not one person. Yeah. They're like a lot of people. So it feels like appropriate to count them.
Yeah, because now we're getting into like a weird era where they're kind of dropping the idea of doing a full album, or at least like not continuing the full tradition, but they still want to put out a Christmas song at least.
So on December 30th, 2016, they released Sound of Your Heart. The album cover has a little like redheaded cartoon child sitting on the moon, like holding a sparkler. And the song is called Sound of Your Heart. So this song is sung by Yesung, Sunny, Luna, Solgi, Wendy, Tail, and Doyoung.
Yeah, and the music video is fully animated with the lyrics like written in Hangul on it. There's no English in this song, and it's about giving presents, I guess. I don't know. There's a little boy and a little girl, and like flowers bloom and gifts are exchanged, and like all the little houses light up and they're all happy, and they have like kids like playing music in like a little train or like a little line, like walking around, like each playing a different instrument. And then at the end, they have picture, like still image, actual photographs of kids in music classes at schools around the world. I guess that's kind of the look that it seemed. And the song itself is credited as SMTOWN and Steve Baccarat. But I don't know who Steve Baccarat is, and he's not credited as having written or produced the song. It was so I don't know who that is. I'm assuming he's a producer, but I didn't see his name in the credits. The song was written by Rick Hanley, David Simon, and a lyrics team called January 8th, which is made up of John Jiun, Kim Jong-mi, and Hwang Song-jong. And it's just this very nice, like, gentle piano song with strings and a soft guitar and, like, pretty nice.
I love the chorus.
Harmonies.
It's just like, oh, it's got like real good vibes.
Very sweeping and lovely.
Yeah. So then in 2017, they remade Dear My Family, but now with a new cast of characters. And the album cover for this one has like some glowing bare winter trees in the middle of a like little valley of a mountain, like, oh, glowy Christmas, Dear My Family. So here's what the 2017 version of Dear My Family sounds like. So this one is sung by Kangta, Boa, Yesung, Kyuhyun, Taeyeon, Jonghyun, Luna, Baekhyun, Chen, Dio, Wendy, and Jaehyun.
All right.
So we got everybody.
Got a little bit of everybody. We don't have a music video or the music video like is this live concert version, which is just a recording of them performing it at an SMTOWN. And so it has like all of the SM artists, even the ones who are not like named vocalists on the song. Everybody's standing in like various fancy stage outfits. I assume whatever their like last stage outfit was that they were on stage in. And they're all standing on like these circular, like leveled platforms, like a little SM wedding cake.
Yeah.
And then at a certain point, the like top 3 tiers start spinning in opposite directions. And the 2 middle tiers appear to be spinning very quickly, but whatever. I felt like they were spinning like too fast for how slow this song is. And then the live concert version is like cut with still footage of rehearsals and sound checks and like other performances on the tour. The song was written by Yoo Young-jin, his brother Yoo Han-jin, and Yoo Chang-young, who I think is same one, different spelling.
Yeah. You
so
put a C, I put a J.
Oh, right. It's the same guys.
The same
it's
thing.
The same song. Duh, I forgot. Anyway, this one has like, I feel like more grandiose vocals than the original. There is a whole like belty ad-lib like riff off of all of SM's like best vocalists essentially, and everybody gets their moment, but at the end of the day it is Boa's house and she gets to like take it home on this like like endless riff that just like keeps going. It was crazy. It kind of made me giggle because I was just like, Boa never really sings like this, and they just like let her go off.
I love how different this one is because the singers have all changed, and that the original version is like really boy heavy because SM was still really boy heavy, and like
still is.
And there are parts, like the part that always makes me giggle when I hear this version is that in the original version, the Fly to the Sky with the husky voice does this like out of one of the verses, and in this version Taeyeon does it, and it's just so completely different to have like a girl voice where I'm used to hearing this very husky boy voice. And it's just fun that they redid it with new voices and everyone, it's like all the best people and they sound so great.
A new generation of the SM family.
So then moving on to 2019, on November 20th, they released Station Times For Love for Winter. And this is also a single, and the album cover has a child building a snowman, and it's very beige. And the group single is called This Is Your Day for Every Child, UNICEF. So this one is sung by Boa, Siwon, Jaemin, Sunny, Suho, Taemin, Wendy, and Doyoung.
And the music video is mostly just those idols in the recording studio singing very sincerely in like beautiful soft sweaters. And then it has still photos of children from schools around the world and at what I can only guess are UNICEF events. And like some of the photos have idols at these events, like with the children, and some of them are just like UNICEF stock photos or whatever. The song is written by Yoo Young-jin, Divine Kai, C.R. Kim, Gifty Dankwa, Sean Barrett, and Yoo Han-jin.
That's so many people.
So many people. And it was produced by Lee Soo-man. It's very We Are the World, has like slow building, hopeful ballad with a few English lines like sprinkled in. They say this is your day a lot. And then at one point they say, for every child, do the best thing we can. So this was like a charity song.
Yes, I think so. All right, moving on to just last year. On December 27th, 2021, they released their first whole winter album in a while.
Woo!
2021 Winter SMTOWN SMCU Express.
Choo choo!
And these sales blew my fucking mind because this album sold 628,000 copies.
Wow.
The
no
others
longer
were selling
35,000.
It's the
That's
NCTs.
wild. Yeah, it is. 100%.
So this one went double platinum
Damn.
and was number 2 on the Gaon Weekly chart. And the album cover is a white cover, and every group gets a little like subway line colored circle icon all lined up because the whole thing was train themed.
Mm-hmm.
And the single that they decided to do was a cover of the HOT song Hope that they end every SMTOWN concert with. But this version is called Hope from Kwangya.
Lord.
So this one has aespa, OGG, TVXQ, Super Junior, and then a bunch of like
Random NCT.
random NCTs that did, and people who did like combo songs that we'll talk about in a second. But Taeyong, Jeno, Hendry, Yang, Giselle, Yeri, Haechan, Chenli, Jisung, Ningning, Kyuhyun, Onu, Taeil, Sunny, Jungwoo, and Renjun all like appear in different combinations for some of these tracks.
Great. The music video for Hope from Kwangya is like rolling camera footage of all of the SM artists wearing their like black SMTOWN sweatshirts like they would at the end of an SMTOWN concert. And they just sort of like scroll by in front of plain colorful backgrounds singing at the cameras.
The background color matches their group's color.
Yes. So they have like yellow, pink, and pearl aqua, etc. And the beginning has like the names of all of the members like next to their, like when you first see them, they like are labeled with all of their names. And then every time there's a close up or a one shot of someone, they have like a white background with like passport stamps with their group name and their name. So like when it's Shindong and his solo, like it says Shindong in the background.
Right.
And then sometimes they will have like a train themed backdrop where the person is like with suitcases or like sitting at a platform or something like that. The song was written and composed by Kangta. This is an old HOT song. And it has like a recurring electric guitar riff of, is it Greensleeves?
It's Ode to Joy.
Thank you very much. I knew it was one of those public domain things. But we've talked about this song before. It's just like a fairly basic, pleasant, hopeful melody with some pretty jarring rap breaks. Like,
I do think it's very funny though, because I've heard this song so many times, sung by so many different combinations of people, that when the NCTs take the rap breaks, I think it's really interesting that they managed to make them sound like NCT rapping instead of HOT rapping.
Sure.
Like they kind of took it on and they sound like NCT. And I was like, hey, that's kind of interesting.
They do always sound like NCT when they rap. That is true. And then at the end, they have like spoken messages from all of the idols over footage of SMTOWN performances, like a montage at the end of the music video. And the only English in this song is one line where they say, SMTOWN, let's party.
So this one was 10 tracks, and this is the one that more than any of them has almost no Christmas theme to it. Mm-hmm. Haechan, Chenli, Jisung, and Ningning do a cover of Snow Dream from way earlier in the list, and it's called Snow Dream 2021. But other than that, I feel like these are just like new songs from everybody.
Yeah.
Because like Zoo, there's nothing wintry
There's
about
nothing
Zoo.
Christmassy about Zoo. That is definitely true. But there is a December Goodbye by Sunny,
Okay,
Jungwoo,
yes.
and Ren Jun. So like some of them seem sort of Christmassy themed. And then Dinner by TVXQ is like a beautiful ballad from our crooning SM dads. And I love it
Yes.
so much. It's not really like, I don't know if the lyrics are Christmassy, but it definitely has like a winter vibe
Sure.
to it.
Cozy.
Yeah. And then the only other tracks that I like wanted to point out was Dreams Come True by aespa, because that one starts off like a typical sort of like aespa crazy song, but then it becomes a pretty fun bop throughout, and they look really beautiful in the music video, and the like ad libs at the end are really good and worth noting.
Dreams Come True is an SES song, so
Yeah.
we've got multiple like bringing old things back in this.
But they definitely, this is like an aespa version
for sure.
of the song. Like it's a different rearrangement for sure, but they keep the like catchiness of the original song in the main melody, and then like kind of have fun like revamping it. And then OGG has a song called Melody on it, and the music video is just them. I think it's their like season's greeting or like SMTOWN Express like photo shoot or whatever. But God, they look so glamorous and so beautiful. It's crazy. They look so, it's like, oh, it's worth watching just for looking at them.
Another one from this album that I wanted to call out, and I did put the music video of it in the playlist. There is, at the end of the album, the HOT song, The Promise of HOT, but in fully instrumental jazz version as performed by Johan Kim and Hogyu Steiger Hwang. And like, it's so good because I feel like there are a lot of HOT songs where the melody is really great, but like HOT was not good at singing. So like the HOT versions of things are like shrill and hard to listen to. So this took the spirit of the song, but like it's played jazzily and beautifully on like pianos and guitars and stuff. And I just think that's fun when they reimagine like the SMTOWN like orchestra. Like I think it's fun when they do like professional arrangements of things in a like classier way. So yeah, that was a great surprise at the end of last year. And also to look forward to, SM has already announced that we will be getting a winter album this year.
Yay!
It will come out the day after Christmas, and it is called 2022 Winter SMTOWN SMU Palace. SMCU Palace, sorry, Cinematic Universe.
Right.
And we have no idea what it will be or if there's a group single or what, but their little teaser image said Kangta, BoA, TVXQ, Super Junior, SNSD, Shiny, EXO, Red Velvet, NCT, NCT 127, NCT Dream, Wavy, and aespa.
Which is like
everyone
everybody
is listed. And I thought it was really interesting and exciting that EXO is listed because EXO does not appear on any of these albums because EXO got their own winter albums.
Yeah. A few of the EXOs were featured on that Dear My Family one,
but other than that.
Yeah, because they always did their own. Which is why I assumed that the SMTOWN winter albums were so like traditional or whatever, like, you know, an annual thing. But yeah, I guess they just, I mean, EXO was always like in a class of their own when it came to SM and the things that they got to do. That is true.
It's true.
But it's very exciting that like everybody gets to, because Red Velvet has never been on this aside from just a few. I think like Wendy was a featured vocalist a couple of times, but that's new. And then like if we just have the 3 Shinies, like that will be really fun because we haven't gotten anything.
They haven't done anything, just the 3 of them.
Yeah, they've done like, and then the SM Towns from this year, all 3 of them went, but they performed their solo stuff. They didn't do anything together, and I want them to do something together. Give me a Hyung line, something fun.
Just sing Jingle Bell Rock or something.
I don't really care. Just do it. Just do it. But yeah, that will be fun, and I'm happy to see my Wavy listed on there. Let's see how many of them they bring out.
Yeah.
They haven't had all of them for a while. But yeah, we'll see. This is exciting.
It is exciting. It is exciting. And I don't know if they've, I feel like this is the only thing they've announced is like this album, but I hope and assume that it is going to come with a live YouTube show again.
Yeah.
Because spending the last 2 New Years watching these freaking SM concerts has been so fun. And like, I want that tradition to continue because it is a really good time. So I hope that they do it again because it's really fun.
I hope so too.
But yeah, that's it. Those are the SMTOWN winter albums from throughout the years. And we'll look forward to this new one. And yeah, this was a great time. It really helped put me in the spirit.
Yes, now that it's December, like Christmas time in LA is always very odd and surreal because the city itself is not very Christmassy. And like my neighborhood, people like do decorate. So I can see like a ton of Christmas lights from my balcony. And there's like a big Christmas tree downtown that I see. But it like doesn't feel like
because the weather doesn't really change.
The weather doesn't really change.
It's kind of gloomy and rainy, but it doesn't feel
But then
Christmassy.
it doesn't feel Christmassy. And then it like still gets like sunny and 70. And so you're just like, I don't know. It's still LA.
Yeah, it's still LA. But this was a good time. I'm glad we decided to dive into these two segments of SMTOWN albums. It's very fascinating to me.
And we love SM and all the weird fucking things they do.
I do. I just love it. I'm sorry. I just love it. So that's it. And we'll be right back with a random game. All right, we are back, and this week the random number generator gave us a brand new this year boy group. We don't ever talk about new boy groups. We save that for the girls, but they snuck in, the number got them in. So we're going to tell you about Tempest.
Yes, this is a 7-member boy group under Yuhua Entertainment, which is actually a Chinese entertainment company. They used to manage Unique. And I don't know if they still manage Woods, but they did.
No, I think Woods just went somewhere
just recently
else, like
left.
very recently.
Yeah. But the group debuted on March 2nd of this year, 2022, with their EP It's Me, It's We. And their debut was actually postponed because they were originally supposed to come out on Valentine's Day of this year, but then all of the members tested positive for COVID. So they had to postpone it a month so that they could actually go on music shows. And if you're a Produce 101 fan, you might recognize 2 of these boys, Hyung-sop and Wi-hyung. I'm sorry, this is a vowel that I struggle to say. Wi-woong. They both were on Produce 101 season 2, and then they debuted as a little duo in November of 2017.
Wow.
So a few years ago. And then later joined Yuhua and are now in Tempest.
And it looks like Hwarang, remember Hwarang was on under 19 and got eliminated pretty early on. And then Hanbin was on the show Island. So quite a few of them did like, what do they call those? Survival shows.
Yeah. And Hanbin doesn't seem to have he didn't make like a solo debut, but he made like, because he didn't release anything, but he like had a fan event and like had like a few solo events before signing on to Yuhua. So far, Tempest has released 3 EPs this year, 1 in March, 1 in August, and 1 in November. And all 3 of them ranked in the top 3 positions. Their first 2 EPs were number 2, and their most recent one in November went to number 1.
Yeah, and they won a Rookie of the Year award at the Brand of the Year Awards, and they got Best Male Rookie at the Genie Music Awards already, and they have Mama nominations.
Yes, for Best New Male Artist and Artist of the Year.
And also just something interesting because you don't see it very often. Their debut album charted in Vietnam because they have a Vietnamese member, of which there are very few Vietnamese idols. So,
and he is the only foreign idol in the group. All the rest are from Korea.
All right. Well, we're going to watch their most popular music video, which at the moment is still their debut, Bad News, at 18 million views. So if you'd like to watch that with us, just pull it up and press play when I say go. 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, we have a boy in like a lounge chair.
Oh, so much graffiti.
It's like a graffitied empty pool.
Or a skate park.
Oh, skate park, yeah. And they have like billboards with their name and Bad News like spray painted. And we have a guy at a press conference. Oh, this is fun. That earring is insane. Did you see that? It's like in the middle of his ear.
No. Like in the inside?
Like it's a hoop that it has like a big ball inside and then it goes all the way around his ear.
Ooh.
I'm gonna point it out
Yeah,
again.
please. Tell me which one.
I think it's that one. Yes.
Oh, I see that.
These are very handsome boys. Oh, this is catchy and groovy as fuck. Oh my God, so fun.
I really like their second single. I hadn't heard this one, but I liked their other one.
I really love their like fun, cool boy outfits. They have like a colorful set and then a black and white one.
This is very fun.
This is great. Choreo is really fun.
Look at him jumping all around.
Ooh, now we have a race car outfit. They have a lot of outfits in this. Good budget. We have a mulleted member. Let's see, pink-haired one. He looks like a BTS. Yeah.
Oh, that's so
fun!
crazy.
Little kicky heel move. Oh, there's so many outfits in this music video. Ooh, I'm gonna have to listen to their shit. This is fun.
I've been so distracted by
With
girl groups this year.
I know. There's just been so many good ones. He kind of looks like Suho.
They all kind of look like someone.
Yeah. I feel like that always happens with boy groups these days. There's just so dang many of them.
Yeah.
So easy to
I like
see.
this
Little
bridge.
breakdown. Ooh, nice. Here comes Tempest. Oh, fun.
Yeah, I love this.
Yeah, this is great. Are those insane green boots that Don was wearing for ping pong in his like broccoli stage?
Yes. I mean, probably.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, fun. Tempest.
Yes.
Here comes Tempest. Great. Well,
I
I'm a big fan of Yuhua Entertainment and their artists. I'm going to have to keep a better eye on that company.
Yeah. I love Can't Stop Shining, which was their second single. And their newest one, Dragon, just came out like a week ago. I haven't heard it yet, but I bet I'll like it based on liking those first two.
Yeah, I want to listen to the EPs and hear the rest of the B-sides.
Yeah. Fun times. Okay, great. Welcome to K-pop, Tempest.
Yeah, happy to
come
have
on the
ya.
show. We're collecting baby boy
we are
groups.
collecting baby boy groups. It's true. We have a new platform.
Weekly
agenda.
recommendation time.
My only recommendation to stay on topic is that on the 2011 SMTOWN winter album, The Warmest Gift, my dear beloved Shiny covers my most favorite Christmas song of all, which is Wham's Last Christmas. And it's fantastic. There's no music video for it. There's like a lyric video, and then there's like sort of shaky fan cam of them doing it once at a show, but it's the fan cam of them, it's like a very not serious out, like Onu's like dressed as a Christmas tree and like running around, and it's a very like goofy stage. And then there's one performance of just Jung Hyun singing.
That was
it
the
on
only
his
one I
own.
could find. It was just a focused fan.
Yeah,
you can
yeah,
hear
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
others, but it's focused
just
fan
him.
cam on him.
Yeah. But you can hear the whole song, and it's it's like slightly different from the original song. And it has my beautiful Shiny voices on my favorite Christmas song of all time. So I love it. I recommend it. Shiny Last Christmas.
Great. My recommendation is honestly like just for the first two, the 99 and 2000 albums as a whole.
Great.
Because yesterday I put them on like not shuffled like 99 into 2000 while I cleaned my kitchen and cleaned off my desk and stuff. And I just think it was like perfect background music. Like it felt so nostalgic because it is like so deeply 1999. Like it really reminds me of the one NSYNC Christmas song, the Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. It's like that vibe, but two whole albums of that vibe. And it's just like, it was, so if you need something to like decorate your tree to or like want your Christmas vibes, I think they like really bring the Christmas vibes, but like entrenched in the nostalgia and the like jankiness of first gen K-pop. And I just enjoyed it so much.
Yeah, that's great. I love when pop stars put out Christmas albums. I like really truly do. Like one year my sister gave me the like Justin Bieber Christmas album and it was great. It's like there's a Boys to Men like Fa La 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 on there or something. It's fucking wild. I just love it. It's like full of cheese and it's always like so ridiculous whenever pop stars do it. And it's one of my favorite things. So to have like a whole slew to choose from some of my favorite pop stars ever is just a delight. Like Merry Christmas to us all.
Slightly related, but not really related because I'm not a pop star, but I just thought I would call this out on the show. My band has a Christmas single out right now.
You're my favorite pop star.
Thank
You're the best
you.
pop star
Oh,
I know.
thank you. Townland has a new Christmas single out. It is called Christmas on the Rocks. It is about getting drunk at Christmas to avoid your family, something that I think is very relatable.
Sure.
It's available everywhere you get music. There's a music video on YouTube, whatever. Christmas on the Rocks by Townland. If you want to check it out or add it to your Christmas playlists, we're pretty proud of it. And yeah, it's fun to have a Christmas song out. Yeah. I like it. And that is it for this week. But I will say that next week we will have 2 episodes. Our Mino is making his solo debut. The album came out today.
Yes,
so we've been enjoying that already, but we're not getting a music video until next week. So we're going to take some time, really get to know this album. And then once the video is complete, then we'll put out a little bonus episode to just gush all about this solo debut of our boy. And then,
But it is our end of the year wrap up
time
already. I can't believe it. I haven't even started.
I can't even think about thinking about starting.
Exactly. It stresses me out to think about thinking about starting. And I don't appreciate that it snuck up on us already. Like, what the fuck? But yeah, that's something I'm not going to start doing today, but that is coming next week.
That is coming next week. Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun.
We also have important announcements next week, so get ready for that.
Yes.
Keep your ears open because it's going to be fun.
Yeah. And a lot of fun stuff coming up in the new year and over the holiday season. And we are still taking submissions for our brand new YouTube series that we will be starting soon called K-Pop the Cork, where we get progressively drunker as we read your submissions to a variety of topics. Our very first topic is K-Pop confessions. So click the Google form in the episode description of this episode so that you can send us your embarrassing anonymous K-pop confession. We will be reading them in order of least to most embarrassing.
Because you get to rank
send that in.
How embarrassing. You find your own opinion. And you can be as long-winded as you'd like. Or and we really truly will not know who you are.
Yes,
so if you have multiple, submit multiple. We'll never know.
The only parameters are anonymous confession. So whatever that means to you, whatever you need to get off your chest, go right ahead.
Hit us with it.
And if you are one of our season fan patrons, you received a special exclusive submission form because our patrons pay us a little money every month and therefore they have a higher chance of getting their submission read on our new show. So I believe we are taking those submissions until the 14th of December.
That sounds right.
So please get those in as soon as you can.
ASAP. It'll be very fun. So if you would like to get in contact with us, we can be found at AMAKPopPod on Twitter and Instagram, AMAKPopPod@gmail.com. You can leave us voicemails or send us text messages at 181-AMAKPOP5. You can send us mail at P.O. Box 26096, Los Angeles, California, 90026. You can join our Patreon at patreon.com/AMAKPopPod, and you can get first choice for things like confessions or submit things to episodes if you join the highest tier. If you join the lower tier, then you get lots of bonus episodes as well, video content, audio content, all kinds of special extra stuff for you there. And more, there's a couple of things coming up that the patrons will get special first access to. So I really feel like you should probably join.
There's just a lot of like really fun and exciting things coming up on the agenda. And as a patron, you get a special inside scoop and a little bit of a boost in line. So, it's going to be worth it.
Yeah, I think so. Linktree/AMAKPop will take you to our YouTube, our Spotify, and our Discord if you want to join the Discord and hang out with other listeners. It is always popping off in there. And those are all of the places. Please say prayers for us as we try to cobble our end of year lists together. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy. I don't want to either. I just want to submit our 600 song girl group playlist and say the end.
It's 16 hours long and it's fantastic all the way through. How am I expected to choose?
Yeah, I don't know. But we're going to have to figure it out. So think good thoughts for
Pray
us.
for us.
And also listen to Mino's new album because it's great.
It's great. It's really good. Chaser.
Chaser.
Plagiarism is alive and well, and the set is finally complete.
I can't wait. Can't wait to get it in my hands and see what photo cards I get.
And I want the music video.
Oh, the music
and
video.
the performance.
And performances.
The stages. I want the choreo.
I want all of it.
I want it all.
I can't wait. All right, that is it. Thank you so much. We will see you next week. Love you. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Jonghyun, you're our inspiration.